Today I want to get into fans protesting over a new turn of events and Suga apparently being cut and what that is about. We also have Jungkook and Lisa rumored to be on a track with Justin Bieber and it leaked. And then we have a collab that was seen recently that made everyone go crazy. So hey dumplings, it's Dave, just a hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, tea spilling mug merch, and let's go. We need to talk about a recent collab that happened and has now been officially confirmed with Suga. If you are unaware, Suga recently was on a world tour and he went by August D and he was doing these huge stadium tours and people were already very excited. Of course, what is a good concert without some surprise appearances that just make it even more exciting? Suga had a few surprise guests that really shook everyone. The first one that everyone was shocked by was Woosung. Of course, August D and Woosung have had a song together before, but I think most people were expecting that any appearances were just going to be kept with Suga. Funny enough, while Woosung could have definitely made an on-stage appearance, he allegedly did not. Fans say they spotted him in the audience and or leaving the concert. So he was watching the show just like everyone else and supporting Suga. This is so cute and of course leads fans to believe that Suga really has the best of friends. I'm sure Woosung is super busy, so for him to make that time to show up is really beautiful. The second surprise really was a big surprise, as the singer Max made sure to make an appearance recently. I think these were two different concerts for Max and Woosung, and Max appeared on stage. Max has done a couple songs with Suga and was on stage at the concert to perform Burn It. It was really beautiful and the energy was just crazy. Many people were commenting on the fact that when Max came out on stage, the energy and the crowd immediately went up, like the screams. And this isn't too shocking as Max is a great artist. ARMYs all love the songs Max was featured in and they also know how much Max loves and respects Suga. If you are unaware, Max and Suga are probably one of the most unexpected friends, given that Suga's English is not the best, and of course Max doesn't know Korean, so it was surprising to hear that the two were friends. The first time the two were spotted together was when Max and Suga were at a sports game together. And then one of the next times Max expressed his love to Suga when Max claimed Suga would be an uncle to Max's daughter, which is so cute. Now, if you're wondering how they ever officially met, apparently both Suga and Jungkook had shown loads of love to Max and his music over the years. So when Max visited Korea, I guess Max has his team reach out to Suga or Jungkook to meet and hang, and I guess Suga was available. The relationship feels very much not like a PR stunt, because if we're going by the fact that Suga is more famous, what does Suga gain from being with Max other than friendship? So ARMYs know this, and I'm sure Max will be known for a long time as someone who is friends with Suga. I don't know if he likes that title or recognition, but it's not a bad one. But how do you feel about that collab on stage when everyone saw Max come out? Suga has been doing a lot, so there's definitely a lot going on with him. Suga seems to have a lot of American friends, and I think it's because he may be able to help with the music producing aspect of the process. This makes a lot of the American celebrity friends want to work with him, and thus they end up being friends. A lot of artists don't prefer features because they want to be the person that makes the song blow up, but when you have a feature, you have to make sure that artist isn't controversial, otherwise you'd get backlash too. So there's a lot of drama as opposed to just making a track completely by yourself. Halsey is someone that Suga is very close with, and my theory is that when Halsey saw an opportunity to have Suga officially in a track as a feature, she took it. If you're unaware of the process involving making music with a video game, there's various levels of control a video game company might give an artist. The bigger the artist, the more control they have with how the song sounds, who they feature on it, etc. Halsey has always preferred to work on tracks and her own music and do it her own way. So I do believe she has a lot of control when she was working on Diablo 4's song Lilith, and thus I think she asked Suga to be a part of it. Of course, people were very excited to see that Suga was doing something like this, and being a part of the promo for such a big game is not a big deal. And then recently the company dropped a video that showed the behind the scenes a bit more, and everyone was shocked because in the music video for Lilith with, you can't really see Suga's clothes. It's very much in smoke, and you know he's probably wearing black, but a lot of the details are not seen. In the behind the scenes, we finally see that Suga is wearing leather pants and what even appears to be a cloak. When this was revealed, armies were furious, calling this an absolute crime because obviously he looks so cool, and then we didn't even know what he was wearing. I think it's funny when armies get angry about this, but think of how the stylist must feel. They spent all that time getting the clothes, getting it fitted well, making sure the outfit matches the vibe they're going for, only for the audience to not see any of it. The designers can't even take credit for being a great stylist because no one can see it. However, I do want to say this is quite normal with TV, with music videos. Things are cut to oblivion, and they do it because in the editing room they will feel certain parts are stronger than others. So they have scenes where all you see is smoke covering Suga, or a moment where it's up close on the face is the most dramatic, and so they end up just piecing together those stronger shots. What then naturally happens is the shots with the outfit get completely cut. There's also a bit of sexism that also potentially comes into play. Editors are usually men, and men don't usually care about how other men are dressed, so they tend to think those things don't matter for the guy in the video or the show, but typically it's the first reason, not the second reason. Fans were very quick to say they now hate the video and wish that those parts with the outfit were seen more. However, the video was never supposed to be about Suga, so many people tried so hard to act like the video is literally Suga's. He is just a feature on it, and thus he holds no responsibility for anything. The concept is not his, the fault, the song is not really his, and he is someone who is invited to be on it, meaning he doesn't get the sole credit for the song being good. His part sounds good, that's all he gets credit for. Everything else was the director, Halsey, and whoever else worked on it. There's also recently been a huge rumor involving Jungkook, Lisa, and Justin Bieber. It was believed that Justin Bieber was to release a song, and then it was supposed to be Lisa and Jungkook featured on it. Someone allegedly leaked the song, and you could hear everyone's vocals on it. This is most shocking to people as they don't like the idea that Blackpink and BTS are working together, and they definitely don't like the idea that Lisa and Jungkook are working together, given the long-standing rumors that have existed between the two. However, we already have Lisa and Taeyang working together. What's stopping Lisa and Jungkook? The same fandom that created the rumor and started this issue is now saying that Lisa and Jungkook can't be in the same room together because of a drama or rumor that they created all among themselves. So how credible are these leaks where we hear Jungkook, Lisa, and Justin Bieber together? Back a couple years ago, definitely not super credible. However, lately, it definitely has a lot more potential to be credible. Many armies bring up this idea that AI is super relevant lately and is a big thing. We had Jungkook literally sing 50/50's Cupid, and it sounded exactly like him. He did end up covering the song in a live stream not too long after, but people literally just put his name into an AI thing, and it produced a song that sounded like Jungkook was singing. You can literally do that, I assume, with anything. However, I don't know if you could do that with music that doesn't exist. It's one thing if you put an original song with the lyrics, notes, and melody into an AI and tell it to piece together sound bites to make it sound like Jungkook or Lisa. It's completely one thing to piece together melodies, lyrics, and notes to a song that does not exist. And so then that brings up the question, would any good producers who could make music literally make an entire track and then make it seem like it's being sung by Jungkook, Lisa, and Justin Bieber? But either way, I am excited to see if this is a real song, and when Justin Bieber announces a new song, if it'll be with Lisa and Jungkook as a feature. Because even with the leak, it's still a Justin Bieber song, which, by the way, being Bieber's song, it would still mean that Jungkook and Lisa were more so asked to be a part of it and less that the idols had any say in who else would be on the track. Do I think that the two are dating? No, not particularly. This doesn't prove anything at all, but even if they are, that's not a big deal. Several fans and armies were saying that they will not support Jungkook anymore if he does a song with Lisa, and all I have to say to that is good riddance and goodbye. I hope we never have to see those people in the fandom. Jungkook should do more collabs like this so we can rid the fandom of all these types of people with this terrible mindset. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks, just leave a comment right here. Love you, bye.